I'm really just going to make 2 points here. So Common Accord is a project I've been working on for a really long time. The point is to codify legal documents. What would be the source code of legal documents? And it would obviously be up on GitHub, and it should be in a format that lawyers can handle. The goal is global codification of legal documents. That sounds ambitious, but I think we'll find that if you simply start any place, it'll turn out that every other document sphere is the same. This is something, a commons of legal documents expressed in a source format. We just were awarded a contract from the EU to model the EU economy as an ecosystem of contracts. You can see that that's essentially a semantic web exercise in great part. And it's an opportunity to use what we call our prose object model, which allows you to express essentially any document relationship in a graph. So those are the 2 points that I want to make. One is that we should do an open source global codification of legal documents that, as a practical matter, will happen on GitHub. And the other is that we're just now launching this exercise in Europe to model the European economy as an ecosystem of contracts. So anybody interested in any aspect of this, and that goes from the NLP folks through to what Meng shows and on, very interested in hearing from you. I've got a number of presentations, essentially what would a global codification require in terms of governance. We've done, how come that thing comes down? Pardon me. We've done work with MIT Connection Science. The whole thesis is essentially there in this 2015 presentation that we did. It's all up on GitHub. This is our largest repository. We've got examples across almost anything you can think of, including actually a number from some of the what we call Ricardian efforts, including the Accord Project and Open Law. Here's essentially what it looks like. Any document is some parameters, key values, and some references. If you speak in graph terms, this is data and these are edges. And they render into a complete document like this. Since you're doing web stuff and it's HTML, you can, define terms can be links back to their definition and stuff like that. There's no magic there, it's all hand coding. What's the source of this stuff? Back we go, source parameters. That's the form. This is from Chatham House, which has done major work on trying to harmonize data sharing agreements, especially in humanitarian efforts. You'll see we just chop the document up. It's just Lego all the way down. There are the sections. The miscellaneous section pulls from the miscellaneous section. What's the miscellaneous section? It gets fairly granular here. We've got the life, and the life is, again, it could be as complex as we want, but that one's pretty simple. You'll see that looks a lot like what the Accord Project templating stuff looks like. We don't bind the defined terms here at the clause level, you bind them at the document level, etc. So it's all up on GitHub, each one of these things. This will take you to its source.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, James. Really appreciate it.